Hello, this is Patricia. I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm gonna show you how I made this very simple card. As you can see, you probably don't need a video for it because you can guess how I made it, but I wanted to show you my process. This is how my card videos are going to be, about the process and not the end result. For this card, I decided to make a simple background to go with the Duck with Presents digital stamp that I had previously colored. If you want to watch my coloring video, the link is in the description. Before getting the background that you saw in the cover photo, I did another 2 tries at it. During my first try, I decided to make a simple pattern background using gray marker and pink marker. I decided to use these colors because gray goes well with almost everything, and one of the presents already had pink. For that, I started making some squares and rectangles all over the cardstock, and then I added the pink bow or heart at the top of them. The background was very pretty, but it really didn't go well with the duck, so I decided not to use it. And now that background is in the box of backgrounds ready to use that I will probably forget I have. I thought the problem was the presents and not the colors, and I thought that because the duck already had presents, adding more presents would be too much. So I decided to make something different that it wasn't in the stamp. I started making flowers in the same gray color I used before. Needless to say that it was not going to work either. Fortunately, I realized before covering the whole piece of cardstock with flowers. It was in my third try that I realized that it might be a problem of color too. I still wanted a pattern background made only with markers, but this time I thought of using a purple color, lighter than the one in the color image. Since one of the presents was purple with the white dots, I decided to invert that and use the purple dots on the white background. This was the way to go from the beginning, and I could see that once I started to fill the first ones. As happy with the background as I was, I needed some contrast. With the black marker, I added a frame around the cardstock. To complement the card, I decided to use one of my birthday sentiments digital stamps. Then it was time to glue it together. I'm using a piece of paper that my kids had drawn to make sure I didn't get anything dirty. I'm all about reusing, and they didn't want to finish that drawing anyway. For the card base and the sentiment, I'm using regular glue stick, that it works pretty well for me. Then for the duck, I use foam tape. I bought this roll of foam tape years ago in Uline, and I still have a lot. It's very thick and very sticky. Once you put the image on the card, you better leave it because you will rip your paper trying to get it off. Also, to peel the back, I always need to use some tweezers because I can't do it with my fingers. I always finish my cards with a piece of cardstock in the inside, and I do it for 2 purposes. The first one, and less important to me, to add a little more sturdiness to the card. It doesn't need it anyway, but I like it better. And second, and for me the most important, because I tend to mess up the message when I write it, so it's easy for me just to get that piece of cardstock off and glue a new one. I don't use a lot of glue, so it can be just detached easily. And this is how I made this birthday card. I just wanted to show you that not everything that you see in the videos is the reality on how cards are made, at least in my case. I do it by try and error and see what works and what doesn't. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day!